Yeah, that's a problem. We're going to fix it today. It's been a while since I made a video, but today we're going to fix that rear shackle on the leaf spring on my Dodge Ram 1500. When I got this truck, I knew that it was eventually going to happen just from how rusty they were. So I went ahead and I bought a pair because the new one's going to need to replace too. I'm not going to do that one today, but next time I have a day or two, I'll probably tear into that. So I went ahead and bought my new shackles offline, and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so this is what I got. I got the new rear shackle. I got the spacer that goes in there. I'm not sure if it goes that way or that way because it's different from one end to another. I'll figure that out and get back to you on that one. Then I got these brand new bolts. One comes with a nut and the other one comes with this. I'm pretty sure this goes up top for that bolt, but I'll get back to you on that one. Now, those other bolts underneath there are so, let me get out of the glare here, are so cruddy that I almost guarantee I'm either going to have to use a cutting wheel or a sawzall to get them off. The underneath of this truck was pretty cruddy when I bought it. I was able to coat everything on it, but first thing I'm going to do is I've sprayed everything down, including the bottom bolt of the rear shock, and I'm going to jack up the axle and just barely, and then get a jack stand underneath of it, and then I'm going to jack up the frame until there's pressure off that, take that bottom shock bolt out, and then I'm going to let the frame back down and then jack up the rear axle and let it back down, get the jack stand out from underneath of it, and then jack the frame back up, so hopefully that leaf spring can decompress a little bit and we can do this. So let's get started. All right, it's best to take your spare tire out like I did. Gives you a lot more room under here. I have the jack and a piece of wood up on the frame. Took some pressure off this bottom shock. Now I've been spraying these bolts down for about 3 days straight with PB Blaster, so hopefully they'll break off easy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this bottom bolt out and just see where we're at. You may have to do some finagling with this to get it just right, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, now I'm going to take the jack to the back and put it long ways underneath the truck like that and see if I can jack up this frame and hopefully get them bolts out. Alright, got the back jacked up, and just as I suspected, these bolts, these nuts will not break loose. So, the spacer in there I have to reuse, so I need to be careful, but I'm going to use my cutting wheel and at least cut this end off because I can get it to move. I can get the bolt itself to, move. It just won't break loose. So I'm going to use a cutting wheel on this because it'll be a little bit easier. This one, however, because it's right up against the frame right there, I may have no choice but to use a metal blade on a sawzall with that one. So, but we're gonna deal with this first. All right, I'm gonna have to figure out some other way to get this up further so I can get this bolt out. Took some finagling, but I eventually got it. So I have brand new bolts for it. So next up, get the Sawzall and get up in there and see if I can cut that off. Hopefully I can, but we'll see how that goes. Okay guys, it's a few days later. I wasn't able to finish this that day. I went ahead and I cut out that top bolt. As you can see, I just used a Sawzall with a metal blade, and I got in between the shackle itself and the inside of the frame. Just right in here is where I cut it. I tried cutting it right here, but I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get all the nut off. So I just went ahead and cut it right there. And here it is. Yeah, this is the old shackle. But, and then that's the nut. I couldn't even get vice grips on that to hold it, so yeah. But all good. So I'm gonna get a wire brush and I'm gonna clean up right around there and all around there, and I'm gonna go ahead. You know, I don't see any excessive damage or anything to this, so I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and video me putting the new one in. Okay, I cleaned that off with the wire brush, and I went ahead and shot it with some black Rust-Oleum lacquer paint that I had in here, just, you know, as a little preventative thing. This bushing and my leaf spring is in very good shape, so I don't think I'm going to knock it out and use the one that they gave me. Because, personally, I don't see anything wrong with this one. And so, yeah, that might be a little bit of a pain to get out of there. So, I'm just going to hang on to the bushing that came with this, put it in my spare part drawer, and just reuse this one. Because, like I said, there's really nothing wrong with it. So, I'm going to go ahead and do the top bolt, go through on this side, and start the top of the hanger. I want to show you this because I'm not going to film doing it because I need two hands to do this, but I'm just going to put the bolt through this side and the nut right there. This is a 7/8. These are Dorman shackles, by the way, that I'm putting on here. 7/8 end, 3/4 inch nut. So I'm going to get this on there real quick. And there should be. I didn't tighten it all the way down yet because I still want some movement in this so I can get it on this spring. Now, getting on this spring, well, I might be able to do that. I'll let you know because I'm not going to film this again. I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do. I think I can pull that spring down enough. If not, I'll jack up the rear end just a little bit more. You really have to jack up the frame of the truck very high because there's a lot of pressure on this. So I'm gonna, it's probably a lot safer to use that engine hoist you see over there and lift this up with the chains, or I thought about using the front end loader on the tractor and everything, but this is working fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can pull this down. If so, same thing, put the bolt through this side, nut on the other side. And I'll tell you how it goes. And there it is. I just went ahead and took it for a drive down the road just to see how it did, and it's just as good as it was before. So this is one problem that's fixed. And like I said, usually when you got to replace one, the other one is not far behind it. And yeah, so I got this one. I will change this one another time, whenever I get time, actually. But yeah, like I said, I got the set of them, so hopefully this helps you out on this. It's not a bad job. It's just getting the old one off. That's the most difficult part. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.